Hello, everyone.
Gentlemen, I'm back.
Can I get a hyena? Welcome in, everyone. Hi, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Doc, thank you so much for the 16 months over on Twitch. Appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome in. I thought I'd do a little Yap stream in between all of our Woowa stuff because I've been getting a lot of like random questions on my Woowa streams that don't pertain to Woowa, and I was like, oh yeah, these people don't know me, huh? So I thought I'd do one of these Yap streams as a little breather in between everything, so that people who are coming in from the Woowa streams who want to get to know me a little better can ask all their questions here and not actually derail me on a Woowa stream when we need to focus on main story. But yes, hello, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good end to your week. I know you're a hyena, that's for sure true. I am a hyena, true. Surprised you didn't switch to BG and the BGM to fit Lupa. I just feel like this is, I don't know, I feel like this is really chill. And it feels right, you know? What are gems? I have no idea. It's something YouTube is implementing. Thank you, Snake Desu, for the trophy. Thank you for the Go trophy. I don't know what that does. I'll like it. Yeah, there you go. I have no idea what that is for. The Black Shores will always be home. Yeah, you know, it just feels right. It just feels right. Look who came crawling back to the Black Shores after Lupa's. Hey, listen, man. I can't be homeless, you know? I gotta live somewhere, right? Now I can go hyena. You can go hyena now. Hell yeah. Hyena. I had a question, Yena. Do you know if you'll be appearing in Anime Expo? Yes, I will be, actually. I just did a tech check for that today. I will be roaming around AX on... Let me see. I will be roaming around AX on Friday the 3rd from 12:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. No like official meetup or anything like that. I'll just be around, so I'll be a little robot guy walking around. I will be streaming it, so you can stream snipe me. That is allowed. Stream sniping is allowed. I didn't expect a 4 a.m. Oh, is it 4 a.m. for you? Well, this is my once in a blue moon EU friendly stream. I had a question, Yena. Oh, I read this already. But you got your box. Yeah, but this is a bigger box. It's a bigger box with more land. Your model looks so good, I'm stunned every time. Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of people haven't seen my 3D model before. Well, this is my 3D model. I currently don't have full body tracking on. It's just upper body tracking. So it's just facial tracking and hand tracking. But it's pretty cool. Like I can do a peace sign. I can do a middle finger. I can do a... Yeah! Rock out. Woo! I can wave. I can do... I can touch you. I can touch you. Ooh! Ooh! I'm going to touch you, Jet! Will there be a VOD to the bot Yena? Will be unarchived. There will be a VOD, yes. It'll be streamed for the first 2 hours, and the last hour I'm gonna maybe just walk around, well, quote unquote, walk around, and say hi to people and stuff. Alias! Hi, Alias! Oh my god! Guys, go check out Alias Anono, especially if you like ASMR. He has great ASMR. Zyrabot, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Hello, 3D. Yes, I am in the 3rd dimension today. Look, I can turn around. Watch this. Hold on. Where's my little... Oh, what the heck? Did I close it? Oh no, here it is. Okay, I can turn around. The powers of a 3D model that a 2D model do not have. Ooh! Ah, look at that sunset. How beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh, hey, you guys are here too. It's so funny. Question for chat, is anyone else having bitrate issues? Oh, I know some people said the bitrate issues were happening over on Twitch side yesterday, but I figured that was just Twitch side in general. It could be my dual streaming thingy-majiggy. Can you flip? Maybe? I don't know if animations can play over this. I don't think they can, actually. It's a weird hierarchy of systems, in which case I don't think if I do... Nah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Will you be the godfather or Alias's child? Oh yeah, because Alias recently had pregnancy merchandise. Dude, I saw that. I had to I did the whole thing where, you know, in cartoons with like wipe your eyes and then I was like, huh? Am I seeing this correct? Huh? It's so funny, dude. You mentioned hello, welcome in, hope you're doing well. Stranger danger, no touching. I'm going to touch you. Ooh, I'm coming. My arm is glitching out. If my brother goes to AX this year, I'll have to have him look for you. Yes, please do. I would love to say hi to your brother. How would you feel if someone designed a fursuit around you? I mean, I don't have any particular feelings about it. Feel free. I think furries are cool. I think it's actually pretty neat that they just do their own thing, you know? Free of cringe, and thus free in life. Spin, Mademoiselle Pot of Greed. Yes, that is me. Dude, it'd be awesome to get a freaking dual disc model to my next model for 3D. Could you imagine that? That'd be crazy. That way I could actually be like, Orenotsan! How many people will be like, are you Siege from Arknights? Dude, I should have the video ready. I should just have the video ready. She's part of V4 Mirai True, Pregnalia. She's having a baby, yes. When will you get a child with Cersei? Who would be the pregnant one between me and Cersei? If I feel like it'd be Cersei, right? She feels more maternal to me. I feel kind of paternal. I feel like I feel more dad energy. Will you bring the blue/pink cake? Yeah, I'll bring the gender reveal cake. Don't worry. It's gonna be twins though. This background and music, it's so peak. Yeah, I felt like that's really nice for just chatting streams. It just feels very chill. And I don't know, I really like it. It's very pretty. I feel like the lighting also looks really good. I thought your name was Yena Youngblood. Oh my god, that's so funny. Dude, me and Hio were dying in the car because what happened was I was driving, right? We were gonna go pick up some toilet paper. And I was driving. And we got onto the topic of like Twitter algorithm, and she was like, dude, you freaking hit the Twitter algorithm every single time. And I was like, that's not true. Like, it's only like the stuff that like I post that's viral that hits Twitter algorithm every time, you know? And she was like, no, I promise you, if I tweet, hi, I'm Yena Youngblood, it's gonna get over 500 likes. And I was like, okay, yeah, you wanna wager it? You wanna bet? So we wagered it, and she tweeted my name wrong. And then she was like, oh, you're gonna hate me. And she was like, I tweeted your name as Yena Youngblood. But it was too late to change it because everyone had already commented. But I do owe her a coffee now. I'm gonna get her a coffee tomorrow when we go to the WeWork. She's currently out today, but we're gonna go to WeWork tomorrow and I'm gonna get her a coffee before we go. She tried her best. She tried her best, you know? It still got over 500 likes, that's true. She proved me wrong. She did prove me wrong. Yeah. Now you guys have to say hi, yeah. Not hi, Yena. It's hi, yeah now. Yeah! Youngblood, exactly. I feel like it would be you because it would be funnier. True, that would be funnier. Pregnancyena. Yena Pregblood. Ooh. Yena Pregblood. There we go. Hi Yena, how long have you been streaming for? You said that you're a new gamer. Could you elaborate on that? I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. At least as Yena. But before Yena, I actually was streaming as someone else. I also did facecam streaming for a bit. That was also an era of my life. In terms of like creating content, I've been on the internet pretty much since 2011. But I am a relatively new gamer actually. I started streaming games around 2023-ish. And that was 2022 is when I got my first PC. And my first ever game that I played on my first ever PC was unfortunately Valorant. And I just kind of went from there and I started streaming video games and stuff, and then I started playing a bunch of other stuff. So I'm pretty new gamer. Favorite game that you streamed so far? Ooh, that's a really freaking good question. Oh, that's a really good question. I would say Outer Wilds, even though I didn't stream it as Yena Youngblood. No, not Peppa Pig. I will strangle you. I will strangle you. Yeah, I would personally say probably Outer Wilds. Mostly because I feel like I really got to hit the super cult following that Outer Wilds had. So I had a lot of people who like really, really loved Outer Wilds and showed up to every single stream that I did of Outer Wilds when I was playing it. And I also will say I was very surprised. Outer Wilds is, I guess, like fan base or cult following, incredibly not backseaty. Like, you will ask them for help and they will not help you. They are on the complete opposite spectrum of backseat. It's so funny. If you liked Outer Wilds, are you thinking about Outer Worlds? Outer Wilds is the space exploration game that has to deal with nihilism. Outer Worlds is the space exploration game that has to do with exploration. I think I've said it before, but your voice does make me think I've heard your voice before, and I can't be sure if I'm remembering right. It's a very, if you know, you know. I've been on the internet for a very long time. I've gone through many, many aliases and many, many names, many, many eras. So it's a very big possibility that you might have come across me before in the past. I even used to cosplay, actually. I used to cosplay. I used to do some like ASMR stuff as well. I used to do facecam streaming. I used to do HIIIIYENA stuff. I even had an era when I was doing really bad fandoms. I've been on the internet for a long time. Riot is my hero. Riot Games is your hero? You need therapy. I'm sorry. You need... Riot Games is my favorite music company, but their games are very toxic. If your favorite games are Riot Games, I think you need to go see a therapist. How would you rate Hollow Knight? I think Hollow Knight, I didn't really enjoy the gameplay of. And it could also just be because I was not very good at it. Or at least I felt like I wasn't very good at it. I know the game is hard. Like, I do understand that the game is inherently hard. But I felt like it was really hard for me to get a grasp on the controls of the game because I'm just not used to controller games, period. But also, it was just one of the harder varieties of controller games, you know? But I can't personally say that I'll ever touch Hollow Knight ever again, if I'm gonna be honest. Are there any Gacha games you'd like to revisit later from Gacha? Yes, I would like to revisit Nikke. I also would like to revisit Arknights. I've been told by both communities that the Nikke and Arknight stories are also really good. And as you guys know, I'm a big fan of story-based games. I love literary analysis. I love being able to, I guess, experience emotions in stories and stuff like that. So both of those, I've been told, have had very good lore and story world-building stuff, in addition to me just also liking the character designs. And in terms of Arknights, also the gameplay. I also really like Arknights gameplay. It's like very puzzly, you know? And as you guys know, I love puzzle games. I love puzzle games. Front standing. Yo, front standing! Make that a term! League taught me how to socialize online though. Okay, no, that's fair. League also somewhat taught me how to socialize on. Well, okay, maybe that's not the right terminology to use. League taught me how to not socialize online. League taught me what not to do on the online sphere to make people feel bad, because it was a very toxic time back when I used to play League of Legends. What are your thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2? No idea, never played it. I'm a new gamer. Like commercial fandoms or genuine fandoms, like the shitty ones, like the super shitty ones that you used to go audition for on those like stupid ass like forums, like animefandom.forum.com, you know? You probably recognize my alt Markiplier. Yeah, exactly. You probably recognize my alt Markiplier. Good morning, Yena. Earlier stream than usual. It's 5 a.m. here. Yes, I did want to do a little bit of a EU-friendly stream. I do try to do one of these every week or 2 weeks or so. Just because I know there's some people who end up staying up and, you know, catching my streams late at night, which I want to encourage people not to do. Because the VOD will always be there, and also I want you to get good sleep. Good sleep is very important. I remember you said you cosplayed Goro Majima in the studio. Yes, I did. I cosplayed Goro Majima, and the studio that does Goro Majima,
I'm back.
Like a Dragon, actually RT'd my cosplay. It was pretty crazy. I was like, oh my god, that was like my first taste of like being noticed by, I guess like a bigger platform. Also, King Kaiser, thank you so much for the 5 months of Youngpups on YouTube. Didn't know what else to use this chat on. Thank you for being so nice and inspiration. Calling my doctor soon to try to get an HRT, which means like, oh my god, good luck! I'm so happy for you. Good luck. That's great. I wish you the best. I wish you the best of luck on that. It is a bit of a process, I have heard. So I hope it goes smoothly for you. Flemish, thank you so much for the 17 months as well on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome in. What's a game genre you've yet to try that you would like? Ooh, what's a game genre I've yet to try and I would like to? Maybe an RTS? I feel like I've never really played a true real-time strategy. Oopsies, almost forgot to like the stream. Oh my god, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I need to say the spiel. Gamer Soldier, hello, welcome in, hope you're doing well. I think platformers are so hard for people who didn't grow up playing games. Yes, it was so difficult, dude. I was like, it wasn't even the platforming I think that was difficult. It was mostly for me just learning how to hit upwards. Like, you know how like in Hollow Knight you have to like aim your joystick upwards and then also like slash upwards? Like for some reason, even though it's 2D, right? For some reason the idea of like slashing forward makes sense to me, like in like Elden Ring or something like that, right? But the idea of slashing upwards or slashing downwards just does not make sense in my head. And I had such a hard time figuring that out. Also, I'm sorry, I'm so behind on chat. I'm so behind on chat. Holy crap. Nikke's goated, bro. It doesn't destroy my wallet. Yeah, the polls are very, very generous. My favorite Nikke character is Grave. To nobody's surprise. To absolutely nobody's surprise.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
Does it not make sense because you have to use both hands? Maybe? Maybe. Not sure. I don't know why it doesn't make sense. It could just be like muscle memory, you know? Or like, at least when you're like in Elden Ring and you're attacking forward, it's sort of like, oh, this is something that I would do if I was also attacking a big boss monster in real life. But like in a 2D sphere platformer, if you're attacking upwards and downwards, it doesn't really make sense in my head because like it's not in, I guess, like a 3D person mechanic mode. A Blue Brawler, thank you so much for the $1 tip, and thank you so much, JP, for the $100. I'm sorry, 100 biddies. My bad. I misread that. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Question: do people actually call you Yena Youngblood? Yes. I yap a lot. I love talking. My whole thing when I first started streaming actually was, it was so funny. I actually have, if you go to my Wikipedia page on the YouTube, whatever virtual YouTubers page, there's like a sentence there that's like, Yena Youngblood can yap more than all of her gen mates combined. And I was like, who put that? Is this an insult or a compliment? Have you played or will you play Zenless Zone Zero? I played Zenless Zone Zero when it first came out. But the first chapter of the story, I will be honest, didn't really impress me. And so I didn't continue playing. I do like the aesthetic a lot. Like I do think the tech urban brutalism aesthetic is very cool. I think it's funny that you went for those two because I think Reverse is by far the most literally done. Okay, I will say, I think Reverse, I'm a little bit turned off on playing on stream because I got a lot of people on my Reverse streams that were like, you don't know this like hyper specific literary reference, and I was like, no. I've read Clockwork Orange. That's about it, you know, like. So it kind of turned me off from playing the game just because I was like, I don't want to be told I'm stupid. Everyone's just saying, you don't know this hyper specific literary reference. League taught me how toxic people online can be. True. Yes. Yes, indeed. I think when I played League of Legends, I got called a slur almost every game. And that was pretty cool. She's never played COD. This is why she actually finds League toxic clearly. Maybe I've never experienced how worse it can get. If you can survive the League chat, you're already a seasoned veteran against online banter. Oh no, yeah. Guys, like I said, right? I think it's like, you know what it is? It's when you have clear haters. I think this is also, I was actually really thinking about it like the other day with 2.5, like why it affected me so much. And I think it was because I actually really did love playing WoWa, and I was like, I didn't want to disappoint the community that I was, you know, I guess entering into for the game that I really liked. And I think that's why there was one comment that was like, I guess she's not as smart as I thought. I'm disappointed. And that was the one that really got to me because I was like, oh, you know, like I didn't want to disappoint the people that were like, I guess, watching my content for this game that I really want to continue playing, because if I did, then, you know, I would feel bad about continuing to play the game on stream. And I think that's why it really got to me, because usually I'm really okay with, like, you know, I've been called so many things. I you know, been on the internet for such a long time. Your boy has been in like her share of internet fights, you know. I've been called many things, and it usually doesn't bother me. But I think it's because, like, when I know that people say things out of malicion, it's okay for me to just be like, it's not worth my time, right? But I think when it's like, when it's an audience that I'm hoping to, I guess, like, make happy, then it's a bit more of a, oh man, you know. I usually mute on League now, but it's where my— You met your husband on League of Legends? I'm sorry. Listen, I've heard of people mating people on Valorant. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone meeting their significant partner on League of Legends. Also, holy shit, guys, I did not realize the hype trend. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up the chat right now. Thank you so much, Balto, for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Logan, for the 100 biddies. You might like grand strategy games like Total Warhammer 3. They combine turn-based base building and army recruitment with real-time Ooh! I have wanted to check out Warhammer because I do think it's a very rich, it's a very rich world. It has so much lore. I have a friend who's really into Warhammer, and he took me to paint those little tiny figures. I don't know what they're called, but he took me to one of those, like, I think it's called, what's the company that makes Warhammer? It was like one of their shops, and they had like a little like miniature painting figure like workshop. Oh, Games Workshop, that's what it's called. Yeah, they had a little workshop that allowed you to like paint little figures, and so I painted a little figure guy, and it was really cute. I was like, oh, this is really nice. It's kind of fun, very cathartic. Sir, thank you so much for the 10 gifted on Twitch as well. Thank you. What the heck, guys? Thank you for all the gifteds over on Twitch. That's very sweet. If you got a gifted sub from either Sir or Sir Destroyer or Sir Balto, please make sure to say thank you and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Enjoy your emotes and your badge. Sarah, thank you so much for the raid over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I'm so sorry. I'm like so behind on chat right now. I'm trying to catch up as fast as possible. But thank you so much, Sarah, for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in. If you guys haven't checked out Sarah is part of SVP, Stellarverse Productions. Yes. I had to think for a second what it stood for. But Sarah also has a great voice, so make sure to go check her out. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. God, guys, what? Chill. What is going on Twitch? ASAP, thank you so much for the 5 gifted on Twitch as well. And Loki, thank you so much for the 100 biddies for the 300 biddies collectively from earlier. And Sir, thank you so much for the 3 months on Twitch as well. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I've been getting better sleep, but it's also fun to stay up the entire night watching this. No! Guys, please. I genuinely, I talked about this on Twitch yesterday, but like, I would much rather you get the rest that you need and, you know, I guess like just interact through VODs than force yourself to stay up and not get quality sleep. If you're able to get like, you know, 7 hours, 8 hours, even with watching stream, then that's okay. But like, I want you guys to sleep well. I want you guys to sleep well. Lately, I've been falling asleep to your woo-woo streams. Do you actually feel like it's possible to fall asleep to like streams? Especially ones where like I'm not doing like ASMR, you know? Because I feel like I'm not like a quiet streamer. I do go like, oh my god, pretty often, you know? Hey Yena, are you gonna react to 3.5 woo-woo? No, I am not going to. I've talked about this a few times on other woo-woo streams, but I'd rather not spoil myself. And also because like I just won't have that much to say if I don't understand the context for what the live stream's gonna be about, you know? The way your voice changed when you saw Lupa's name was crazy. Oh, listen, man. I didn't realize it myself until I went to go see the clip afterwards. I was like, what the fuck? Who is that? You said you're into stories. Have you tried Ori the Blind Forest? No, but it's also platforming, is it not? It's kind of like, it's also like a platforming boss fighter, I've heard.
Here we go.
Since Dr. Stone has officially ended, are we going to get a deep dive yapping on the series? I remember last year you held back from talking about it because of the anime.
Oh, I've already finished Dr. Stone. I watched the... I mean, not watched. I read the manga. And that's been finished for a while. I actually haven't watched the last part of Dr... I should do a Dr. Stone rewatch. Oh, I love Dr. Stone. It's one of my favorite animes. I love Dr. Stone. I'm so behind on chat. It's so cooked. I think I might just have to go back to the present day. I'm so behind on chat. It's actually crazy. Holy shit. Have you played Dota? I have played Dota. Yes, I have played Dota. I'm so behind on chat. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. I heard new platformer players end up hurting their fingers. Yes, my thumb became raw. I don't know why. I think maybe I was just pressing too hard. Like maybe it was I was gripping the controller too hard. But the pads of my thumbs were getting raw. Rats, oh god, wait, who joined in? What? Was there another raid? Oh my god, oh, Katya, thank you so much for the raid on freaking YouTube. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm so far behind. If you aren't yapping, are you really streaming? True, yes. What the hell is a mythic train? Oh, is that what's going on? Is that why people are going crazy with the gifteds over on Twitch? I have no idea. Don't know what a mythic train is. Sir, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Sarah. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god, Logan! What the heck? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted on Twitch as well. Abe, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Will you revisit Honkai Star Rail? I'm not sure. Maybe, but I am definitely less interested in Honkai Star Rail than, say, like Arknights. I think Honkai Star Rail's, I guess, like, I read up on some of the power creep stuff. I think Honkai Star Rail's power creep stuff is a little bit discouraging, especially for, like, gameplay stuff. You're grasping the nature of 2D platformers was so fascinating when I was born in the era when grannies do the concept of jumping from place to place in the arcades. I know, it was so difficult for me. I was like having such a hard time learning that the longer you press the jump button, the higher you go. It was such a weird feeling. I agree. R99 is tough on stream. It's a nice offline gacha as the story is gorgeous. I've heard, yes. I think I might play it offline. I think I might play R99 offline. So the Wuwa 2.5 stream wasn't the worst? I mean, it kind of was pretty bad. The R99 stream didn't make me cry, at least. Because it was usually just like 1 or 2 people. I feel like the community is a lot smaller. Did you know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? Oh my god, yes, I did. Actually. Echiro, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Toxic gamers are unfortunately yes, toxic gamers are everywhere. You can't help it, which is why, again, like, I really don't think it's a reflection on the community. I think it's just that sometimes a certain type of media is going to attract a certain type of people more. And that's not to say that it makes the overarching community bad. It's just that it might be a percentage that varies depending on the media that you consume. Like, I think Undertale and Deltarune is like a big show of this, right? It just got so popular that obviously all the bad eggs started popping up. But in the early days of Undertale Deltarune, I feel like it was really, really nice. Like, people were always like, almost like Easter egg hunting and stuff like that, where they were always sharing like new things about the game. People always got super excited about fan projects and stuff like that. And now I feel like it's like almost impossible to stream it, I've been told, because of the audience that it attracts. Oh my god, what the heck, guys? You guys don't have to keep the hype train on. It's really okay. You can let it die if you want to. It's okay. Bahoko, thank you so much for the 15 gifted on Twitch as well. Thank you. If you got a gifted sub from anyone who's gifted so far, please make sure to say thank you for the gifteds. Especially if you decide that you want to watch more. Because then you get ad-free viewing and you get usage of emotes. You sound like you haven't experienced toxicity like Southeast Asian MOBA toxicity. Probably not. Probably not. Lone Mistborn, thank you so much for the 1 biddy, and thank you, Loki, for the 100 biddies again as well. Thank you. I'm so behind. I'm so freaking behind. Holy crap. Nah, you'd never Aw, thanks, guys. Ooh. I think I will say, I think that's like my, oh, why am I tearing up a little bit? Fuck, oh shit. I think that's like one of my biggest fears as a content creator is disappointing the people that I like really cherish, you know? Especially like my community. Like I love my community. I say this all the time, and maybe I'm a little parasocial, but I love my community so much. Like I genuinely would not love streaming or be able to like yap this much if I did not love the people who came to watch me, you know? But like I think one of my biggest fears is always like in this sort of space, I feel like you see so many content creators fall from grace. You know, you see so many, whether it be for really serious allegations or maybe something that's not so serious, right? But I feel like content creators falling from grace is like a tale as old as time, you know? And I think one of my biggest fears as a content creator is disappointing the people who support me. There's a lot of shitty people in the gacha community. You shouldn't be worried about pleasing everyone. Yeah, I know. Logistically, right? I know. Obviously. I mean, you're always gonna have shitty people in every single community. Even in the VTubing scene, there's a lot of people who are bad eggs, you know? But I think it's just more so like obviously, you know, it hurts to hear, you know? It hurts to hear that like something that I really enjoy like might be being perceived in a way that isn't satisfactory. And I think a part of me when I saw those comments and stuff like that was really more so of like I really want to continue streaming Wubo because I really like it. Like I really do enjoy it. And I feel like the people who have stuck around and the people who have like joined me are really my vibe. Like I really like the community that have shown up, you know? Everyone's been really sweet. And so I think it kind of made me feel like I did something wrong. I was like, oh shit, like I fucked up, you know, like, and because I fucked up, maybe it's gonna follow me into my future streams, and I won't have as much enjoyment streaming this game that I really love anymore, you know? I think that was more so why I got really overwhelmed and why I got really frustrated, and like I kind of shut down a little bit because it was that feeling of like, you know, man, like I won't be able to share this thing I really love on stream anymore. Because I just won't have fun due to the audience that might perceive me in a certain way for this thing now. And obviously that wasn't the case, right? But like in the moment, that's what I felt, right? Obviously, like afterwards, everyone was super nice and everyone was like, you know, encouraging me and stuff like that. It was really, really sweet. But like in the moment when I started seeing those comments, that was like the feeling I got. Hi, Yena, I think you would like more amends. Do you have any interest in it? I have not. Sorry, not I have not interest, is I have not played it. I do have interest in it though, because I saw that comment that's I saw that comment that someone made about how that one girl looked like me, and I was like, what the fuck? That's literally Yena Youngblood, but fire type. But yeah, no, I do want to play it. I think it looks really cool. I think I want to check it out for sure. I'm still fairly new here, but you haven't even come close to disappointing me. I loved all your streams. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. And no, it's like, I think it's also like, sometimes, you know, you get, I think this is something natural that happens to everyone, right? You get really caught up on the negatives and you kind of, you linger on those feelings because they're more intense than usually the positives. And I think I fall prey to this pretty easily. It's why I get one guide so hard, because I always want to be like, but what did you mean by that? You know, what did you mean by that? And I know I shouldn't, but it is what happens, unfortunately. Oh my god, I just got to the Sarah raid. It's over. It's so cooked for me, dude. It's so fucking cooked for me. I just got to the Sarah raid. Uebagi, thank you for the 17 months over on YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Horo for the 5 gifted on Twitch, and Shark for the 5 gifted as well. Thank you so much, guys, for the gifted subs on Twitch. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If you guys got a gifted sub, please make sure to say thank you to the people who gifted. They're not cheap. And please enjoy it to the fullest. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Use those emotes to your heart's content. You've got a pretty relaxing... Do I really? I don't know, because I feel like I am pretty loud. I always get called loud whenever my friends and I go out to like places and stuff. Dude, I went to this one... I felt so bad. I went to this one restaurant and this old Korean guy who didn't know any English just turned to me and he did like the motion where he was like, he like put his arm up like this and he was like... down. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for laughing too loud. I'm ready to fall asleep into a coma with the humming ASMR on Sunday. Yes, I have an ASMR stream coming up. I'm gonna be doing a humming ASMR stream on Sunday. So if you guys are tier 3'd on YouTube, you guys will be able to join in on that. But if you are not tier 3'd on YouTube, the tier 1, sorry, not tier 1. Tier 2s will get access to it, just not live. I believe after a month. I have trouble sleeping regardless of whatever happens. It doesn't matter what's going on. Lights on, watching a stream, listening to podcast doesn't... Really? You can sleep that deep? No, I need to like get into relaxation mode. I need to like take my melatonin. I need to have my like cup of herbal tea. Need to be like, you know, watching my stupid ass 3-hour Minecraft video in bed for me to start like feeling dozy even. Your model is so pretty. Thank you, Cat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Lupa's her comfort character for... No, she really is, dude. I love Lupa. I think like the reason why she really resonates with me is because like, you know, she's also very like headstrong and puts like a front on, but then like is vulnerable around the people that she cares about. And I think that's like, just, I really relate to that, you know? Let's take melatonin together. Yes, guys, let's take melatonin together. Been loving your Woo playthroughs. You make them really fun to watch. You're a smart person, also hella passion. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much. Also, Phoenix, thank you so much for the 2 months on Twitch. I appreciate it. Mizuhashi, thank you for the 1 biddy on Twitch as well. Thank you so much. Just so you know, I was the one who left the comment on YouTube saying I was sorry I didn't understand it 2.0. Saying I was sorry you didn't understand it 2.0. Wait, what? Oh? I hold the theory that sometimes the labeling of a community influence it in... Oh, sorry, I can't read. I hold the theory that sometimes the labeling of a community influences it in a way. People saying X community is toxic, and it turns out it makes it more toxic. I agree, yes. I think it's like... You're always gonna have bad eggs in any community. It's just inevitable. And with that, you're always gonna have good people in every community, you know? But I think it's sort of like you said, it's sort of like a negative feedback loop. The more attention you give to the negative side of it, and the more you, I guess, like, make the conclusion that a space is negative, you'll start seeing more of that negative stuff. Which is why, like, again, I never want, like, 1 or 2 people to be the reflection of a holistic, right? I love yappers. Can't help but yap when people yap about something passionate about. Yes, I love yapping, man. You can really tell when I'm passionate about something because I just freaking blah, 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 you know? Your voice is so calming and soothing to hear. Adding this music on top of it, it's so good. I can listen to you yap about anything and everything for days. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Well, have you ever heard of a pap smear? You want to learn what a pap smear is? Did you guys know that women need to get pap smears every single year after they turn 25? At least it is highly recommended by the doctors. They take this thing that looks like a torture device. You just gotta show them wrong. The Yena way, yeah, the Yena way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I need fan art of Yena hitting the Lupa pose with the glaive and the Youngblood. Oh, that'd be so sick! That would be so sick! That'd be awesome. They've been doing similar things for other content creators and it sucks. Excited to see you at Offkai. No, don't, again, guys, I don't want you to feel like you need to apologize on behalf of anyone. Like, I think just knowing that, like, you know, I think just hearing that, like, you know, like, hey, like, I really enjoy your content is more than enough. I feel like the moment you guys uphold the weight of, I guess, a thing that you like so much upon yourselves, it becomes an issue of, like, it's not your fault, you know? It's not your fault. You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything bad, you know? But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you in Offkai too. I'm super excited. Actually, if anyone's going to Anime Expo, I'll be roaming around on a robot on Friday. So if you guys are going to be at AX, try to find me. I would love to see you guys. I'll say it every day if I have to, and how proud I am of you, my white woman VTuber. I'm Asian! Oh, cooked. Yena, it's 2:41 p.m. EST when you get this message. Oh. Lamau! Smile. You mean PST? I like your voice a lot, even if you're loud. Oh, thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Thank you. Read this message. I can tell how far back you are. Okay, how far am I? Am I cooked? Am I cooked, guys? Flavio, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Flavio, hello. Hopefully I can watch stream as long as I can be at the office. I hope work is going well for you. You're not loud to me. Am I not loud? You guys don't think I'm loud? Dude, I always get called in my friend groups when I go outside. My friends are always like, stop laughing so loud. Because apparently I have a pretty noticeable laugh. Hugh also mentioned this at Offkai last year. She was like, dude, stop laughing so loud. You're going to dox all of us.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
6 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, it's not that bad. That's not that bad, right? Smile. I don't think I've ever encountered such an objectively analytical person playing the game I've played or am playing. And it's precisely because of that I really became a fan. Oh, that's such a sweet comment. What the heck, man? I really appreciate it. Oh, that's really sweet, man. No, I love getting analytical in my games. I mean, like, you guys will know if, like, you watch any of my other playthroughs. Like, I love theorizing. I know some people really don't like it because it's like, dude, just play the game and see what happens, you know? But, like, I'm one of those people who's like, I need to be the person who's like, ha, I called it, you know? I love doing that so much. So, like, if you watch, like, my Inscription playthrough, my Signalis playthrough, I'm always theorizing. I'm always like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, 6 minutes isn't that bad. I just gotta scroll a little faster. There's a game called Transistor. Main character's a singer and the OST has a humming version. Yes! I love Transistor. I've never played it myself, but I watched... Rest in peace, Cryotic. I watched Cryotic play it back in, like, freaking 2014? 2015? And I loved it. I've loved Transistor ever since. I did a Red cosplay, actually. Yeah, I still listen to the OST sometimes. And we're all sending smoke signals. Keep pretending. Secondhand. Something, something, something. I love Transistor. Lupa is to you like Brant is to Cersei. True! True! You're so right. I will say Siege playing Wua was not on my 2026 bingo card. Well, you can check that off. Just write a new box. Are there any bad eggs among the young pups or nah? I think occasionally some people will act out, but I don't think there's any bad eggs. The thing is, if there is a bad egg, they are quickly dealt with and taken out back. Put into the blender. Bad young pups are made into yolk. Alternatively, good young pups are also made into yolk. Pap smears are important. This is true. This is true. Yes, if you are a woman, pap smear is important. If you are a woman above the age of 25, I highly recommend you get your annual pap smear. They are very important. Cervical cancer is a very, very dangerous thing, and it's actually more common in women than you would think. I just wanted to say that I've been really loving your Woowa and Yapping streams. They've been the perfect combination of thoughtful, fun, and comfy. I'm really glad! That is really like what I aim to have the vibe be in my community, I feel like. Thoughtful, fun, and comfy is a very good descriptor. So you're saying you'll be roving around? Yes, I will. I will be the rover, actually. I will be the rover, in fact. Are you watching tomorrow's stream or abstaining? I'm abstaining. I'm abstaining. I just don't think I'll have much to add to tomorrow's stream anyways, you know? Like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Oh, this character looks cool. I don't know anything about them. And the people in chat are gonna be like, actually, they're this character that does blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know any context. I cannot riff off of you. Yena, if you get to this message, it is currently 2:43 Pacific. Hey, how am I? What? How am I further behind? Hello? Oh no. Oh no. You're kind of middle of the road for streaming. Really? I'm middle of the road? Huh. I always thought I was on the louder side, personally. You're hella loud when you laugh? Yeah, I am hella loud when I laugh. That is true. This is true. This is true. Yes. You wake me up when you laugh. Well... I guess you'll just have to listen to my ASMR streams then. I don't laugh in my ASMR streams, at least. Maybe your stream is equalized, compressed. It's not ear hurting. Oh yes, I do have a lot of voice filters on. In terms of like stuff that makes my voice sound a bit more clear and a bit more compressed. I am not using a voice filter, just as clarification. Have you played a game called Gris? I have not, but I've always wanted to. I've heard Gris is really good. I thought the music was really, really beautiful. I had some of the music on my playlist before I even knew that Gris was a game. As someone who never got into gacha games but kind of interested, I really enjoy your streams. I'm sorry for the jerks who are a buzzkill, but I'm glad you're still in it. Always an amazing boss. Thank you, Remy. I really appreciate it. I hope you can enjoy the gacha games that you end up picking up as well. Yeah, I was such a big fan of Cry too when he was still active, man. It just sucks what happens. Which is what I mean, right? Like, I think that pain and hurt that I felt from the disappointment of Cryotic is like what I fear as a content creator as well, you know? Like, I don't want to ever have my fans and the people who supported me ever feel that way. I freaking burned his pajama pants. That's how upset I was. I was like, I just can't even look at these. I need to just get rid of them. I bought his limited time pajama pants when I was like freaking in high school. And I had to get rid of them. I was like, I just can't look at these anymore. Transistor was so good. Love Bastion and Hades. I should finish Hades. I never finished Hades 1. I think Pyre is criminally underrated. Any interest in other Supergiant games? I do want... So like, obviously right now, I'm doing a Woo stint. Sorry. Right now I'm doing a Wuwa stint because I'm trying to catch up to 3.0. But typically I actually do more indie game stuff. I like games that I can like complete within like 4 to 5 streams ideally. So I can like have them as a series on my channel. So maybe once I finish up catching up to Wuwa and stuff like that, we can move on to doing some more of my typical content. Yeah, into the soup. Bad young pups go into the soup. Boss also calls us out on our bullshit when we're being dumb sometimes. Yes, I am very transparent about what makes me unhappy and also what makes me feel like a boundary is being crossed. So if ever things do arise and people do act out, especially regulars and stuff, I'm usually pretty quick to call people out on certain things. Because I think it sets a good precedent for just the community vibe in general, you know? We're all joining Abby in the soup. 07 brothers. Oh my god, how far behind am I now? I'm trying so hard to catch up. You guys have no idea. Hey, at least I make sure to ask permission now before I bark. I'm a changed jump up. True, yes. That's on growth. If you get to this message, it is 5:54 p. Okay, I'm catching up slowly. I'm only 3 minutes behind now, or 2 minutes behind now. I mean, she is a hyena. They're known for their laugh. Actually, it's so funny. That's the main reason why I ended up choosing, you know, obviously like spotted hyena jokes, funny haha, right? But the main reason why I actually ended up choosing a hyena was because my friend before I joined the company, we were talking about like what we would be as VTubers if we weren't our current VTubers that I was before. And she was like, she sent me this picture of this fucked up looking hyena and she was like, I feel like this would be you. And I'd be like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how to interpret this. And she was like, oh no, because like you have a really like, you know, hyena like cackle, like kind of like a hyena like laugh, right? And then like fast forward 2 months later, I ended up getting into a company and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be a hyena. Funny haha, spotted hyena joke. That's how I felt when the Tobuscus, I know. The Tobuscus allegations were also really rough. Hey, Yena in chat. If you read this message, I'm heading out to watch the Japan match. One of my favorite streamers. Love your yapping and singing voice. Take care, El Sanchez. Have fun at the match. Have you played Transistor? I have not played it personally, but I've watched Let's Players play it. I watched Cryotic play it back in like 2015, I think. Can we taste the soup? Might not taste good, but you can. Might give you a tummy ache. Becoming part of the soup is basically what Evangeline... True, yes, it is basically what Evangeline are on. I found you through Cersei, now I watch 2 VTubers. Oh, hell yeah! I love Cersei. Cersei's also really awesome. I'm glad you say something because I would feel awful if I kept doing things that made someone... I think it's just more so that it's always good to establish a boundary in this space where boundaries can often be crossed. You know what I mean? Where it's like, especially coming from... Because like, guys, I listen, it wasn't always that like I was behind on chat by 5 minutes desperately trying to catch up because there's too many people yapping so that I also have to yap in response to their yap, and now all of a sudden I'm 5 minutes behind. Before, you know, I've been 20 viewer Andy before, you know? Small little guy on the internet, having maybe like 3 to 4 people actively chatting in my chats and stuff like that. And like coming from that sort of like environment where people are really not afraid to like cross your boundary, it's all the more important, I think, to establish it from the get-go that you're not okay with some things. Because you don't want to build a community that's based off of people that you don't enjoy, you know? And that's why, like, I think, again, I don't really get burnout from streaming. I can do these like long 7-hour streams and be okay because I really do love the people I talk with, you know, in chats. Because if you didn't, then it would be a lot more exhausting. It would be a lot more exhausting dealing with people. Has there been a point where you ever wanted to quit being a streamer, and why? There have been times where I've thought about, am I just not cut out for this? And it was less so about the workload and more so about the overall content creation and entertainment space. Because as you guys can see, I am someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. I am very much so someone who has a hard time hiding their emotions. And because of that, I feel like within the entertainment scene where there's a lot of potential backstabbing, there's a lot of rumors that fly around, there's a lot of people that will talk behind your back and stuff like that, I've had a lot of issues interacting in this space. And there was a period of time where I was being portrayed in a way by some people within the industry in a way that did not reflect me. And like, I had receipts, right? I had receipts of everything, but I didn't want to bring it out to the public because when you do that, it just opens up a whole new can of worms that makes it impossible for anyone to really win in a situation. And it was at a point where I genuinely was like, I don't think I'm cut out for this. I don't think I can handle being spoken about in this way without being able to feel like I can get my piece in. And it was a really rough time for me. I mean, the Youngpups know. It was back when I was coming to stream and I was almost like breaking down like every single week. That situation has since been resolved. Not in a resolution that I would have preferred, because my preference would have been actually having a conversation and having closure and being able to find a resolution. But it was more so that things eventually just trickled out and I continued behaving the way that I thought was, you know, like honorably and kind, and I continued to prove to people that I wasn't what others talked about, you know, behind the scenes. And I got a lot of apologies actually from people who had assumptions about me. But I think like I'm really proud of how I handled it. I'm really proud of the ways that I approached the situation and how I chose to be the kinder person in it instead of like, you know, doing the same thing back or whatever. But that was a point where I think I really had to sit by myself for a bit and be like, am I cut out for this? You know, if I have to experience this thing again, am I cut out for dealing with these kind of people in this space, you know? When it comes to content and stuff, nah, man, I love making content. I love doing this shit. I think it's so fun. I think it's so great being able to experience so many of these cool things with new people. Like, cause I'm a new gamer, right? I'm a newbie gamer. So like when I get to like experience some of these like cult following games for the first time with like people who are super excited to watch me play, it's awesome. It makes me super happy because like people like get to relive their favorite games through me in a way, and I get to actually experience these things that I never got to experience when I was a kid, you know? If you get to this message, you've activated my trap card. Pure Force. Take care, Brad. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for stopping by. My vibe radar is impeccable. I've literally never fucked with a creator that got outed later on. I fuck with you. Yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm glad. I think my vibe radar is pretty good too. Again, it's just more so of a fear, you know? Like it's like an inherent fear that something might happen in the future that might disappoint someone, you know? It's just more, it's not like I'm actively going out there and doing bad stuff, you know? But it's more so like a fear that like maybe, you know, like something I do will make the people of my community sad. Because it's happened so many times in the past, right? And I think that's a fear that a lot of content creators have. Maybe some more so than others because they know that they've done stuff in the past that maybe are not the most appropriate. But Yeah. If I ever make you guys sad, know that it is never intentional. I came here from Arknights and stayed for Weird Stoda, Hightail Minecraft, and Yaps. I'm glad! I'm really glad. Me and Hio are actually going to be doing more packs and stacks soon. For those who don't know, I have another friend named Hiyori Mokami, and we live really, really close to each other now. So we're going to be doing a lot more streams together. We have a packs and snacks episode planned for probably sometime in July for trying out some Japan gummies. But it's gonna be called packs and snacks because we're also gonna rip packs at some point. And we're also Kemono Mimi. So I thought it was really cool because, you know, we both have packs, like the Youngpups and the Kawoos kind of deal. I just realized I don't know the this Yena lore, but what is the story of my Yawk Sags Heavy? Okay, so if you search up if you search up hyena wearing hat, my ball sack heavy, there is a picture of this hyena that is wearing a hat that says my ball sack heavy. And then that image was used very frequently as just a funny little react image in the early days of my debut. And then there was a young pup by the name of JP, maybe in chat, I don't know if he's in chat right now, who decided that for Offkai last year, we needed something to differentiate young pups from the rest of the crowd. And so he made this hat that says my Yawk Sags Heavy, which is Yena cock. And then the rest is history. And then now there's just a bunch of those hats flying around in the wilderness. With any community that grows rapidly, there's always going to be some negative Nancys. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It shouldn't be your responsibility to handle every single person. Well, I think that's why it's so important to have things, for lack of better words, established in the early days, because then your community can also self-moderate. I think that's such an important part of community building that a lot of people don't seem to think about too much, because it shouldn't just be up to your mods. Obviously, you know, mods have a big part in making sure the community is safe and happy, but if you have a community who knows your boundaries and knows what you prefer and what you don't prefer, if someone comes into stream saying something that, like, people maybe on my chat know that doesn't fly with me, they'll get called out by my own chat, you know? And that's the beauty of it. When you have a space that is, like, safe and knows who you are, you also invite people of that same nature to then join in on the conversation. Like, imagine if, like, I had a bunch of people that were just calling me, "Ooh, Yena, your boobs are so big. Ooh, Yena, you're so sexy. Ooh, Yena, I want to freaking take you out and take you to bed," you know, like stuff like that, right? If that was my entire chat, I'm sure half of you guys would not feel comfortable commenting, you know? Because you'd be like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I want to join this community because this is, like, the general premise of what her community is," right? But, like, that's more so what I mean. Like, community self-moderation is dependent on the streamer being able to set boundaries. Oh, sorry, Vibe Radar. Yes, not Vibrator. No! Don't say Vibe Radar fast! No, Yena! It's so funny. Goated model, nod of approval. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I think the fact that you're so open about that fear shows that you do genuinely care, and it's appreciated. I'm glad. I'm really glad. I mean, like, again, I am always very, very open on my streams. I feel like if you boil down what Yena Youngblood streams are all about, it's just very down to earth. I think, like, that's the vibe that I want to bring here. Vibe radar chat. Don't mishear it. Yes, vibe radar. Bells, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I was really surprised to learn you know Hio. I've actually watched her a bunch of times. She's very... I love Hio! She's one of my really good friends. Me and Hio have known each other for a while, actually. And it was really great when I became Yena Youngblood because we finally started doing more content together and stuff. But she's awesome. I love Hio so much. I feel like we riff off each other very well. I like how physical fitness oriented you are. You have a unique confidence to you. Also a kind yapper. Oh, thank you. I actually went to the gym earlier today. I did deadlifts today. I'm trying to get back into growing my muscles out. I wanna be able to flex my bicep and actually like make it look like Yena Youngblood, you know? I've lost some muscle mass just due to some health issues recently. You won't make us sad because you speak honestly. It's never malicious. Appreciate the genuineness in which you speak. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Yee! I'm very happy to hear that. There's creators that go through their going clinically insane for like 2 years, then I ultra chill out and work on some cool projects. Art, that's true. Yeah. I feel like I'm going through my clinically insane arc right now where I just hyper pump out content. Oh my, I think I'm pretty close now. I think I'm pretty close to the bottom now. This stream's vibe is perfect for drafting off-Kai letter. Off-Kai letter. Oh, off-Kai letter to give me. I was like, why are you emailing off-Kai? Did they do something? On that topic, what are common new chatter mistakes that you run into? Okay. I feel like if you've been a streamer for a while, you can kind of like categorize viewers. One thing that I used to run into a lot was viewers who would come in here and be like, my name is Dark Shadow Lord XX, XX of the Shadows, frickin' my cursed eye greets you. How do you respond? Like stuff like that, you know? I used to get a lot of those. I also used to get a lot of people who would call me like mommy right off the bat. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. I'm a real human being. This isn't even a stream where I'm doing ASMR, you know? I also got a lot of people in the past who would come in and be like, hey streamer, can I ask you a question? When it's like not during Yap streams and we're doing like stuff on stream. Or they'll just come in and just straight up ask the question and be like, if I'm like playing a story game perhaps, right? It's a really serious moment. And they'll come in and just be like, what do you think about hot dogs? Excellent choice of BGM, love it. Yeah, I think it's really great for Yap streams. It's really great for Yap streams. Yeah, the R peers. The R peers. Good to hear that you're getting back to the gym, get those gains. Yes, it's been great, dude. I actually started taking protein again recently as well, and creatine. I've been trying to do 3 workouts a week, like 3 hard workouts a week, and then I do like lighter workouts 2 times a week as well. It's been going pretty good. I actually have been feeling pretty spry. Great, I want to go to the gym now, but I don't want to go because Yena nudged me to. What do? Go to the gym! Actually, if you guys want to check out my current I should put my merchandise on screen, actually. I keep forgetting that I have merchandise. If you guys want to check out my merch, I currently have gym-themed merchandise that you can go rep at the gym. If you choose to get it. Pre-orders last until, I believe, July 6th. And it has a big half-gallon water bottle, a towel, a little muscle shirt, and a big gym bag. How much do you deadlift? I don't deadlift that much nowadays anymore because I actually got diagnosed with osteoarthritis. I got diagnosed with osteoarthritis 2 years ago. And basically what that means is that my ligaments are slowly degrading and I might have to get a knee replacement in the future. Right now, it's not causing me too much trouble other than some occasional inflammation. I get some like inflammation in my hips and my knees when like it gets particularly humid. But because of that, I've actually stopped lifting super heavy. Back in my heyday though, my PR for deadlift was 265, I think. How much is 2 plates? So it was like a little bit over 2 plates. But nowadays, I go more so for endurance training and sustained lifting. Like, I do more RDL stuff now instead of doing traditional deadlifts because it's a bit more about the sustained building of my muscles rather than just muscle mass. You're also a gym girly. Yes, I'm a gym girly. Actually, in college, I almost went competitive. I did powerlifting and I even dieted and everything. I freaking cut weight, did all the freaking shenanigans. But I got too scared. I got too fucking scared to actually go for the tournament, unfortunately. No, not 265 kilograms. 265 pounds. How much is that in kilograms? Sorry, I'm a filthy American. 265 lb2 kg. That's 120 kilograms, about. What would be the signs that you got sponsored by Costco? Would you have a Costco embezzled hot dog costume? Or would there be a $1.50 emote added? I mean, I'd probably just announce it. That'd probably be part of the sponsorship. 2 places what I do and I'm a dude. I mean, listen, man, this was back when I was like in my super, super heavy lifting days. I don't do that anymore. My joints are a little bit too old for that for the time being. Your model and personality remind me of Yena from Black Clover. Unapologetically a fighter and can speak her mind. I do love those types of characters. I mean, like, there's a reason why Yena looks the way she does, right? I love headstrong characters because I feel like that's kind of what I embody personality-wise. What the fuck is a kilogram? If you think about it, at some age you will digivolve like Metal Greymon, but instead of a metal arm, it would be a knee. Just need the right BGM to make it feel like enough. True. Well, I'm already getting a metal implant soon, actually. I'm getting a metal jaw implant very soon. It's gonna be on my top left jaw. I had a jaw infection a while back that I had to get taken care of. So they had to scrape out the infection and give me a bone graft. But after my Invisalign is done, I have to go get the metal plating installed so that they can install the implant for my new fake tooth, which is great. But yeah, no, I will say, if you are a woman in here and you are planning to try weightlifting and stuff like that, just as a high, like, caution note, it is very, very easy to get into the mindset that you need to lose more fat, because specifically for women, it's harder to see the effects of bodybuilding due to the fact that we naturally retain more fat. And I highly recommend just being hyper conscious about that, because when I was weightlifting and training for powerlifting stuff, I went down to 16% body fat and I lost my period. I started getting really bad hormonal issues. I was really depressed because I still thought I looked fat, even though I was so fucking skinny. Like, I was literally just skin and muscle. That was it, you know? But like, I had such bad body dysmorphia that like, I still felt like I was fat. And it was a bad time. I definitely got into a really bad relationship with fitness, and It's also why I kept pushing for heavier and heavier weights, even though I feel like I probably should have stayed a bit lower for my body build. But that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And now I'm a lot more conscious about, you know, why I'm working out and specifically like what I'm doing it for. And it's a lot healthier. It's a lot more cognizant. High rep endurance weights is still fine since weight is needed to stimulate cartilage growth. Yes. Well, technically, so there's 3 different types. Now we're getting into neuroscience. There's 3 different types of, I guess, like receptors. It's called... There's like fast acting, there's the slow acting, and there's... Let me see if I can find it. We touched about this in neuroscience like a long time ago back when I was in college, but specifically for building strength, you want to basically hit the fast acting stuff. And that is what ends up building a lot of mass. Shock is what's needed for growth. Apologies if you missed, if you already answered this question, I missed it, but have you considered rewatching Resonator showcases prior to doing the relevant story in WUWA? IMO that can be important to story. I have thought about that because I was thinking about, like, maybe if I watched the Frolova, maybe I watched the Frolova stuff if I maybe would have had more of an emotional connection to her. So maybe for the future patches, I'll do just that. Wisdom Tooth stuff is so horrifying. Oh my god, dude, don't get me started. All 4 of my wisdom teeth were impacted. So I had to get them all taken out at once and I couldn't eat anything. It was terrible. Oh, provolone. Oh, provolone. But yeah, no. Many procedures to get in the near future. Alright, I think I'm very close to catching up here. Metal Josh is becoming Metal Tyrannomon instead. True! Yes! I study kinesiology, physiotherapy, and English. Ooh! Oh, sick! That's awesome. That's super cool. It may just be me as I observe female VTuber contents or my algorithms. Wait, sorry. Was there a context to this message? Anyways, what makes you choose gaming reactions over movies and anime reaction videos? I mean, I feel like gaming, I just get a more immersive experience. And also anime and movie stuff, I feel like... I don't know. There's like a weird copyright thing with that, and I don't want to like step on the toes of like any studios, you know? I remember this in my neuroscience course. Yes. Notepads out. This is coming in on the test. I actually have thought about doing, because I used to do like, you know, research and stuff like that. For those who don't know, I used to be a neuroscience researcher. But I thought about doing like streams where I do like small lesson plans of like just cool stuff in neuroscience, like how olfactory systems work, or how like your vision works, or how taste buds work, or stuff like that, you know? Fun little things like that that might actually be interesting to learn on stream. Especially for the 3.x stories, the Resonator showcases are an important part of the meta text. Oh, really? Okay, I'll think about that. Ryoma! Oh my god, hi, Ryoma! Yes, I'm Yena Youngblood. That's me. I'm Yena Youngblood. How you doing, Ryoma? Long time no talk, dude. Dude, Ryoma keeps asking me to hop on the Apex. But I'm like, I can't keep up with him. He's too good. I'm just a baby Apex player, man. I'm gonna be freaking... No, Ryoma, I fucking bet you if we play Apex together, it's gonna be you trying to res me for 50% of the stream. I promise you. I shit you not. It's so funny. How confident are you artistic-wise for the collab tonight? Oh, I am not confident now. I don't have a freaking tablet or anything, so I'm just gonna be raw dogging it with my mouse. That would be cool. Would you guys be interested in actually taking a quiz afterwards? I'd have to figure out a way. Maybe we could do Kahoot. I don't know if Kahoot is still free. I know for a while Kahoot was paid for whatever reason. We could do like a Kahoot round of like fun little like, you know, trivia questions for each lesson plan. That would be funny. I got a gifted sub. Love your Nikkei bots. Thank you so much, Asdam. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yena teaches us about the blood-brain barrier. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Didn't you have to make skull caps for mice? Yes, I did. I had to give mice surgery and give them little LED skull caps. I had to give them LED glass skull caps so that they could be gamer mice. First time being here, she drops a lore nuke about being a neuroscience researcher. Promising beginning. Oh, I have so many lore nukes, man. I've got so many freaking lore nukes. It's kind of crazy. I'll take that bet. I think it would be really funny though. I think it would. We should do like we take a shot of water every single time. We take a shot of water every single time Ryoma has to res me. Have you ever tried the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force games? I actually have, yes. I played Tag Force recently on my own time. It's just harder to play Tag Force on streams because we technically aren't allowed to emulate. And it's a pain in the ass getting some of the games that are on... I think Tag Force is on DS, right? You can do a class ASMR maybe. Seems like the right format. Ooh, true! Class ASMR. That would be pretty cool. Kahoot? Wow, been so long since I've heard. Do the kids not use Kahoot anymore? Do they use something else now? Random question, do you have any fighting game experience? I have one fighting game experience and it's Tekken 8 and I've only played King. And that's it. I did like it though. I thought it was pretty difficult. It was really hard for me to get a grasp on the side-to-side movement, but I did find it fun. I did find it fun. I think Kahoot is free for certain group sizes. Aw, that's kind of lame. That's hella lame. Please nuke us more? That's crazy. That's a crazy sentence out of context. Okay, well, here's a nuke for you, I guess. I was interviewed by CNN, by NBC, by Yale, by Columbia, and a couple of other smaller news stations that were local, because I stopped a hate crime during 2019. Yeah. Yeah. It was back when COVID first started becoming a thing, and there was a lot of animosity towards people who looked East Asian. And I was riding the subway. Some guys started beating up this Asian lady, and I was like, no! In the name of the... Actually, no, that's not what happened. Honestly, it was just bad timing, because I was just in front of the fight, and I acted before I could think. I really shouldn't have, because the guy had a weapon, and I probably could have gotten really fucking hurt. But, yeah, it was, sort of like an instinctual behavior. In the name name of justice, I, Yena Youngblood. Yeah. Stop right there, criminal scum. Yeah, there's a crazy lore drop. I got, allegedly, according to my college professor, blessed by the previous pope. Actually, is he still the pope? I actually don't know. It's been a long time. At the Vatican. I wish Yena was my life 15. I wish Yena was in my life 15 years ago to stop me from committing the crime of taking out student loans. True. True. Was it during the Stop Asian Hate time? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was, I would say even before that. It was like before the, I guess, like movement started really getting more colloquialized. It was one of the first ever, I guess, like documented cases of a hate crime happening. And it was scary. It was really scary. It was this dude, he had a weapon and he just approached this lady who was wearing a face mask and just started beating her up. It was really fucking scary. But I posted it on Facebook. That's how you know it's old. I posted it on Facebook. And it went viral. And then I posted it mainly because I wanted to just be like, hey guys, if you're traveling around the city, just be careful because I did see this happen and he had a weapon. But then it went viral and then all the news stations picked it up as well. Did no one else step in? Yeah, actually, if you see the video, it's actually kind of insane. Like, I'm not the only person standing around. It's a pretty popular station. But it just so happened that, like, I guess I was the closest one in. And I don't know, I'm very, like, this is a little bit of a fault on my end. I'm a very fight or fight person. I don't flight very often. I, like, I square up, you know? Who's your number one wife in Yena? I'm sorry, Shorekeeper. I gotta go with Lupa, man. I just really resonate with Lupa. Pope Francis passed away? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Oh. Well, rest in peace, Pope Francis. Tupac is dead? Oh no! Oh no, it's happening again! Next thing we know, next thing we find out she's been taking... I did kickboxing for 2 years and then I did Muay Thai for about half a year. You resonate with her, you say. Yeah, that's code for that. We're gonna have sex. Oh shit! Shorekeeper! Anon, thank you for gifting a sub to Shorekeeper. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey boss, how do you feel about explaining all of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds from memory to a random Oh, that'd be so funny. That would be so funny. That could be a fun stream. That time really brought out the worst. It really did, yeah. That time really brought out the worst in people. Mm-hmm. It was bad. It was really bad. I mean, like, there were a lot of Chinese businesses that were, like, shutting down because people just had so much prejudice and couldn't understand for some reason that Chinese people doesn't mean that they came from China or visited China in any recent capacity, you know, like crazy work. How is the martial arts experience? Never tried any? I mean, I've never actually sparred before, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask on that end. I've only done bag work. I've never really sparred. I was too scared to spar. But I mean, like, I do feel like maybe like if I were to get into a real fight, I do feel like I know how to hold myself a little bit better in a real fight than if I didn't have any experience at all, you know? Big Brick, thank you so much for the tier 1 over on Twitch. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. If you like 5Ds, there's a 5Ds Easter. I've been told! I can't believe there's a 5Ds Easter egg in Wuwa. Like, specifically 5Ds? It's crazy. I knew I missed something. Nah, you didn't miss anything. We were just talking. We were just yapping. Probably gives you some confidence. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have more confidence in being able to not just fully get bodied, you know? If I were to get into a fight. Obviously, I'm not experienced, so I probably will not be trying to get into a fight, but... Looking at anything in a Steam sale? Oh, you know, I haven't checked it out. Let me check it out right now. The Steam Summer Sale. Let's see. Ooh, is Expedition 33 on sale, actually? I think that might be the next long-running series I start. I just thought it'd be really cool to play Expedition 33 while I'm 33, you know? Expedition. Oh, it is on sale. 20% off. Expedition 33 is always on sale. Oh, really? Oh. Have you ever thought of trying out the deadly arts of Miku boxing? Actually, I have a VOD up on my channel that is of Miku boxing. But, okay, Miku boxing just doesn't feel optimized. Like, the rhythm game itself just doesn't feel optimized. Does she know? I think so. I think I know. Happy Yuri. It's Yuri Day? That means I get Lupa, right? Kuro Games, it's Yuri Day. You have to support Yuri or else you're homophobic. E33 is great. The one downside is that it's French. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get it. You guys might have to educate me here. I don't get the whole, like, I'm so sorry you're French. I've seen it with the French and I've seen it with Filipino as well. Is there like a origin for this? Is there like a reference that it's making? France is evil. Counterpoint, baguettes. They are French. What more is there to say? I don't know. The Fitness Boxing 3 as my primary workout method. The Miku 1 is too damn fast to actually be good to box to. I just think the maps are not well done. I just don't think the maps are well done for, whatchamacallit, Miku boxing. I feel like they're just never on beat. As a Filipino, nobody hates Filipinos more than Filipinos. But why? But why? I love Filipinos. I think Filipinos are great. I have so many Filipino friends. Their food is awesome. Philippines mention. Well, like, yeah, I mean, like, I've seen a lot of, like, those meme react pictures of, like, I'm sorry I was born Filipino or something like that. Self-deprecating humor. I see. Hi, Yena, new here. Out of topic, I was wondering what is the music in your ending screen? Really like it. It's really soothing. French here. Listen, Tan, Gio Ray, I do not hate the French. The French have never done anything to me personally. You are accepted here. My ending screen music is... It's a track that I buy from... whatchamacallit? It's a track that I bought from Motion Array. But I think he also has the music on YouTube. As French Canadian, what's the hate for the French? France I can understand, but don't slander the French. People always meme on French people. Philippines mentioned. Yes, Philippines mentioned. Have you seen the TF2 Spy? It's basically that. The TF2 Spy is French? I just thought he was like generic European accent, I'm gonna be honest. The internet has told me that the Brits have the worst food, but I've never tried any. I've also never tried any British food. With France, most English-speaking countries have inherited the rivalry that English have with the French, and therefore it's some friendly rivalry banter in my experience. I see. I mean, I don't have any stake against the French personally. French people, you are loved here. I mean, the creators of E33 brought E33, and they're French, aren't they? Generic European, she's not wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what a French accent sounds like. I'm gonna be honest, I can't really differentiate European accents. I feel like they all sound kind of the same to me. And maybe that's because English isn't my first language. I had tiki masala in England and had no flavor. I thought Indian food in the UK was actually pretty good. That's what I heard. Europe is imaginary. There, I said it. Oh god. The whole country? Or sorry, the whole continent? By the time you read this, my drawing app crashed, but posted a doodle on Discord. What did you post on Discord? Aww, what the heck? Wait, this is really cute. Wait, look at what Danky just made. This is really cute. I'll put it in the corner. I think this is adorable. Look, it's a young pup. That's you guys. That's you guys. That's you guys sitting on the shores with me. That's so cute. Aww, this is really cute. This is really, really cute. I love this. Our Yak Keeper is crazy. That's insane. Alright, it's not cute anymore. We're back to being cursed. It's not that us Brits have the worst food. It's just a meme, and lots of places in Britain don't do quality control. Unless you go to a fish and chip shop or restaurant, it's not great effort. I see. I mean, I've never had British food before, so I wouldn't know. All I know is that British put beans on toast, and that sounds a little weird to me. But I've also never tried beans on toast. Hey man, maybe it's fire. Yeah, we're in the Yap Shores, exactly. Not the Black Shores. This is the Yap Shores. Distinctly different. Celestial Wizard, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. The Young Pup experience circa first 2 weeks of April. What was the first 2 weeks of April? Oh, the Donathon? No. Oh no, when I was gone. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, when I was in Japan! Okay guys, for context, because I feel like you guys weren't here for this, but I have, ever since I debuted, I have never taken a break longer than like a couple of days unless it was for severe health issues. But recently, I went to Japan for a work trip, and I was gone for basically 3.5 weeks, I think. And it was so funny because all the young pups were like suffering. So this is what Rubber Toe meant by the young pup experience during the first few weeks of April. No Yena, just young pup alone. Jellied eels is basically a war crime. That sounds terrible, yeah. That does sound terrible. Yena, have you ever tried balut? I have actually. I think balut is pretty good. I've tried a lot of different things. I'm not like super icky when it comes to trying new stuff. I mean, like I'm Chinese, so you know. Your boy has had stinky tofu, your boy has had pork blood, your boy has had chicken feet, you know. And it's all like, you know, just food. It's good. You said you have Invisalign some streams ago. How does it work? Well, they mold your teeth and then they send it off to this company who basically gives you like a plan to shift your teeth. And then you just keep wearing these retainers that get like more and more the shape that you want your teeth to be. And then you have straight teeth. Actually, my teeth are really straight now. I'm super happy with them. I feel like it's actually even improved my tracking because like my teeth now don't make my face lopsided, I feel like. Wait, you're Chinese? Yeah, I went to Japan. It was a dark time. A cold Yena-less existence. Many young pups died. You gotta take some serious breaks, bro. I do try. I mean, like, again, I feel like I've worked out a really good system for myself now. Basically, whenever, I have a really good schedule for myself now where I stream for sure on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. On Thursdays, I only stream... On Thursdays, I only stream if I have the energy to do so. And then on Fridays is the same thing. Fridays I try to keep as my work day. And then on Sundays usually is my days where I get to relax and like do stuff. But every single month I will try to have one day where I just don't do any content stuff. And I just focus on relaxing and stuff like that. As not to get burnout. And I try to have one day of the week as well where I do some self-care stuff just at home. So I am taking care, don't worry. It's just that I never took a break for that long because I do like my job. I do like streaming, you know? I like making content. I like being here. It's funny because with jelly eels and then you have unagi, which, oh, unagi is so good, dude. My last meal in Japan was unagi and it was amazing. I need to go back to Japan. I need to go back to Japan. Young pups waiting like Hachiko for you to... Oh, wait, no, that's so sad. Don't say that. Oh, Hachiko. Yena, what are your thoughts on Mexican food? I love Mexican food. Although I will say, I don't think I've had a lot of authentic Mexican food. There's this taco place that I go to nearby, I would say is probably the most authentic Mexican food that I've had. But otherwise, my only introduction to Mexican food is Mexican fusion. Like Chipotle and stuff like that. Invisalign only works for teeth that need minor correction. Not entirely, because my teeth needed major correction. I had to shift my bite, which was pretty major correction. I've been on Invisalign for the last 2 years. It's just that they technically recommend you to go on regular braces. They recommend you to go on regular braces if you... have major issues that would take too long for Invisalign to fix. But I've been on Invisalign for the last 2 years, and my issues weren't major enough where I needed braces, like metal braces. But I did still have to be on Invisalign for a longer time than most people. I think my liver is still in Japan somewhere. Those business people drink. Oh my god, yeah, don't get me started, dude. I don't drink anymore because I used to have a bit of an alcoholism problem back when I was in college. It wasn't that bad. Like, I wasn't like going into debt for alcohol or anything like that, but I did rely on alcohol as a coping mechanism. Like, it would be like, it started as like, oh, you know, finals are done. I can, you know, drink a little bit to celebrate. And then it became like, oh, finals are done. I can get blackout drunk because I don't have to worry about exams anymore. And then it became like, oh, well, I'm kind of stressed out because of finals. I guess I'll drink a little bit. And then it became, well, midterms are also an appropriate time to celebrate. So I guess I'll drink after every midterm. And then, yeah, it quickly became an issue. So I don't drink anymore, at least not on like a regular basis. But when I went to Japan, I did have to break sobriety a little bit because those business people drink like crazy. And during business meetings, like I had to take some shots and I was like, oh, God, man, I could not live in Japan. Definitely could not live in Japan. May I say, discovering you stream at my work... Wait. Discovering you stream at my after-work hours was such a nice surprise. Thank you and your community for being such a bastion of civility and entertainment for this old driver. Oh, of course! I hope your drives are smooth and safe. Thank you so much for the kind... Thank you so much for the kind message. With your Chinese heritage, what has been the best Chinese noodles you've had? Ooh... I love rice noodles, but I think rice noodles for me are very nostalgic, and that's why I love them so much. If you guys ever get a chance to go to like a restaurant that makes their own rice noodles, like, it's amazing. It's so good. I love the texture of rice noodles. But I would say, I'm gonna be honest, some of my favorite Chinese foods are actually more rice-based rather than noodle-based. Shadow Mask, hello, welcome in, hope you're doing well. If you see this segue message, grown-ass man Wolfguard is meta in Enfield. Pss, pss, pss. What the? Freaking trying to get me back to play gacha games? It's so funny. Pss, pss, pss. Yena! 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 There's a guy in this gacha game. I think that would be really your type. Pss, pss, pss. Oh, Wolfguard's Italian, right? Now I've met this guy. I've met this guy in game. I played a little bit off stream, and I have met this guy in game. He's not my type, though. I'm sorry. I think he's just too edgy. He's not my type. I need a bit more, like... I need a bit more beef. I either need a bit more beef, or I need a bit more old. Alternatively, a bit more both would be also really nice. I'm a social drinker, and yet no one in my current friend group drinks. Hey, I think it's sometimes for the better. It's sometimes for the better. Alcohol is not good for you. Rice noodles are so good. Yeah, rice noodles are fucking amazing. I love rice noodles. I never drunk in my life and now I'm too old to start. I could use some poison in my life. No, don't start. I think there are some drinks that are complemented by the fact that it is alcohol. Like, for example, I know some people who are really into whiskeys and bourbons. And I think that's fair because those are very like, you sip them. And there are people who really enjoy the taste of those things. I don't have the palate for it. I like my fruity drinks. But drinking for the sake of getting drunk is a slippery slope that I would not recommend. You like silver foxes? I do like silver foxes, yes. I never saw an announcement about which gacha you went for out of all the ones you tried out. Given the recent schedule, I assume it ended up being Woowa, but is that actually correct? Not exactly. Woowa right now I'm just playing because I want to play the Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab. And I didn't want to have to use the skip. So I am playing through all of the story right now. But I do eventually want to go back to getting some more footage for the gacha video because I did have some games I wanted to try out that I didn't get a chance to. So there is still stuff that we have on the radar for testing out. For those who don't know, by the way, for the month of May, I played a bunch of different gacha games. And that's because I'm making a video where I'm going to be going through and basically tier listing every single gacha game. Which is gonna be a crazy video in terms of comments, methinks. I think it's gonna be a crazy comment section for sure. But there are some games I still want to try out before I make the video, so I still need to get some footage for those things. Yena, have you been seeing those videos of international people reacting to American food during the... Yes, I have. It's so funny. I saw the one where the girl was like looking at cheese balls and it was like bigger than your head. Lore-wise, I'm kind of disappointed in Enfield coming from AK, but I'm willing to let them cook for more. CC theme is pretty fire though. What's CC? CC? Yeah, I didn't really like Enfield too much either. It was okay. It was just very okay. I thought the factory building stuff was also just very okay. And reason being, I think it hit a weird middle spot where it was too difficult for people who had never played like factory builders. But then it was too simple for people who have played factory builders. So it was just in this like kind of weird limbo where I feel like no like audience was really targeted. Also, Stinky Raid. Who raided? Hello, raiders. Nikki, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome in, Nikki. If you guys haven't checked out Nikki does a lot of really cool tech stuff. She does a lot of really cool experimental tech stuff. I think it's super awesome. But thank you so much for the raid, Nikki. Welcome in, raiders. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Yena Youngblood, and I'm the hotshot hyena of Chroma Shift Outlaws. Today, we are doing some yaps. Just some yaps. Just casual. We're just chilling out today. But thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yes, welcome in, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. We be yapping. But Nikki, if you need to go get some rest, food, water, all that good stuff, please make sure to do so. Personally, I don't like the taste of alcohol. My sister, though, really likes wine. I mean, hey man, acquired taste. I like wine too, but I think I'm also a little bit too lightweight now for drinking. I'm very much so, like, if I take one shot, I'm already tipsy. So, about, like, 3/4 of a beer, and I'm good for the night, you know? Is that Yena merch? It is Yena merch! Actually, I think there's a command for it. I think it's B-Day merch? Maybe? Yes, it's Nikki Ray. Yeah, Nikki Ray used to be my senpai. Limbus company soon, I promise. Limbus company soon. Would it be alright for Wuwa to be exempt from the tier list since there will be in fact some bias? No, I'll only be judging Wuwa based on the first few streams I did of it. So I will only be judging Wuwa based on basically 1.0, which is gonna knock it down a little bit, I think. But I think people who have played 1.0 will understand why the lore will have been knocked down a little bit because of 1.0. Yena invites the bloodshed in the comments. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a war zone, dude. It's gonna be crazy. Aren't silver foxes a genetic variant of a red fox? Oh. Yes? Maybe? I don't know. I was talking about silver foxes as in like people, like old men. I like old men. More gacha gaming. What gachas are in your Chaos Zero Nightmare is one I want to try out. I also want to do Fate Grand Order just because for the classic version of it. I also think I'm gonna do Fire Emblem Heroes, Limbus Company. I also want to try out. I might also do Zenless and Genshin, just because they are like known gacha games in the community. So a couple more games I still want to give a shot. Oh, Contingency Contract. Oh yeah, the music from Contingency Contract is really good. In the year 2026, it's more important than ever to know your audience and what hooks them. I don't really think Enfield has that. I agree. I agree. I feel like Enfield's beginning few hours is just not... It's just not it. Like, it just does not invite me to play more Enfield, you know? Like, I played it for the sake of being on stream, because I was on stream. But it was just... yeah. It just did not invite me to play more Enfield. Oh my god, bored man, what the heck? Thank you so much for the 10 gifted over on Twitch. What the helly? Thank you so much for the 10 gifteds. Also, Feral Drigan, thank you so much for the $3 tip. And Belzy, thank you so much for the super chat from earlier too. But yes, thank you so much for the 10 gifted, Boardman. If you guys got a gifted set from Boardman, please make sure to say thank you. How about Reverse 1999? Already tried it. It's actually already on my channel. I have a playlist for it if you want to go check it out. I don't think I will want to play Reverse on stream again, though. Mostly just because I get a lot of people in Reverse coming into my chat over-explaining like literary references and stuff like that. Just unprompted. It's a little bit frustrating. And I also get like a lot of the, oh, you don't know this literary reference? You know, like, how could you not know this sort of deal? The best moment I've had in Enfield was the ending of 1.2 main story. Honestly, it wasn't worth too much the time spent getting there. It was really good, but still, like, it took so long. Yeah. I've heard 1.2 was actually pretty good. I mean, I heard the payoff was good, but like, again, right? It's one of those things where the market is so saturated now where it's like, if you can't hook your player base within the first like 2 hours, I feel like you're gonna have a very hard time impressing them later on. The Wikipedia Warriors! I've never thought to call them that. That's so funny. Then be careful if you start Limbus. People do be spoiling things left and right. Well, I'll probably do Limbus for the first couple of streams. Because I plan on playing Limbus mostly just for getting footage of the game for the video. Unfortunately, Reverse is a game made for nerds. You get that a lot. I can say this as a Reverse nerd. Yeah, and again, right? I don't think it's a full reflection on the community. I'm sure there are some very well thought out intellectual nerds in Reverse as well that are very, very open to having discussions and talking about the game on a more like literary level. But I think it definitely also invites the people who are very self-important about knowing certain things, you know? I don't think the FGO community is that bad. It has historical and literature characters. I think FGO isn't that bad because FGO also doesn't take itself super seriously, if that makes sense. Like, you have Gilgamesh, you know, as a character. And Any plans on playing more events? Maybe. Now that I've seen that there's a character that looks like Yena in it, maybe. Any plans on checking out PGR, the predecessor of Wua by Kuro? Maybe. I've heard good things about PGR too. But hey man, there's a lot of stuff. I am only one girl. I am only one tiny little guy. There's a lot of stuff to check out. But I think in terms of games that I do want to continue playing, like Wua is definitely up there. Like I've really enjoyed the story so far, and I've really enjoyed some of the people that have come from those streams. I prefer Enfield the way it is. Does its own thing, isn't too annoying and time money demand. I take it over. Very obviously inspired by Genshin progression. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's very fair. I mean, again, different strokes for different folks, right? Just because I don't like it, just because the next person next to you doesn't like it, doesn't mean you can't like it. Is Genshin Impact still a thing? I don't know. I haven't played since beta, man. I was a beta player. I think I told you guys about this. I was a beta Genshin player, and then I didn't know that you didn't retain your beta account into the actual game. And so I had to start fresh, and I was really upset, and I played for like maybe 5 hours, and I stopped. Is the list only consistent of gachas? Oh yeah, because it's for my gacha video. I'm doing a video where I play a bunch of different gacha games for the first time, and then I'm gonna tier list them. How long is this final video gonna be after it all? Who knows, man? Who fucking knows? It'll be funny though. It'll be funny. How are you enjoying Nikkei? Is it something that may become an alt account off-stream thing? No, I think I want to check out the Nikkei main story on stream, just because I do feel like Nikkei main story has a pretty big following as well, and it'd be interesting to have some literary dissections and discussions, I think, with the Nikkei community as well. But I don't know if I'll be playing Nikkei as a regular thing. It might be like kind of similar to this, where I do a month where I just blow through Nikkei's story and stuff like that.
Gentlemen, I'm back.
Yubi, thank you so much for the 16 months of Prime. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Also, Roberto, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. How to summarize Enfield. Okay. Tutorialception, man, is just Enfield. In which beta were you in? I think it was the last one. I believe it was the last one. TF2 spy jump scare. Yes, that is him. See, he doesn't sound French. I don't think he sounds French. I just feel like he sounds generically European. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what a French accent sounds like. He sounds French? Really? Really? How well versed are you in philosophy, Yena? I'm not super well versed, but I know some like philosophy. I know some philosophy ideals. Like I know like utilitarianism. I know like oh, what is it called? The one where you follow like your own set of rules and you have to follow those rules. Philosophy following own Kantism. Like I know a little bit about Kant. I know some stuff about Aristotle. I have some knowledge in like the differences between utilitarianism and stuff like that. But I'm not like very well versed. I read like a couple of books on philosophy. Oh my god, Girl DM! Hi! Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, guys. Hello, DM. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Kant is hilarious. Kant is fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah. I mean, I'm not that well versed. I don't want to say I'm well read on it. But there was a book that I read. Actually, the reason why I even got into philosophy was because of The Good Place. It's a show written by Michael Schur, and he has a book where he goes through and talks about like kind of the research that he did in the, I guess, making of the show. And a lot of it has to do with philosophy. So I picked up a little bit of terminology and a little bit of knowledge from there. I love The Good Place. It's one of my favorite shows. But yes, thank you so much, DM, for the raid. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Yena Youngblood. Nice to meet ya. I am the hotshot hyena of Chroma Shift. Hope you guys are doing well today. Merch, yes, I have a birthday merch out right now. It's limited edition. It's gonna close on July 6th. So if you want to go grab some gym merchandise with Yena Youngblood branding on it, that is currently available. But yes, if you need to go get some rest, food, water, DM, please make sure to do so. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the raid. That show destroyed me. I know, dude. I love The Good Place. Whenever I feel a little bit like hopeless, I always feel like once I watch The Good Place, I have like such hope core in my heart, you know? I just love hope core. I love hope core so much. If you guys haven't watched Michael Schur's new show called The Man on the Inside, it's also very, very good. Very funny, and also touches on like those deeper topics about kind of like mortality, life, stuff like that. That tank top is fire. I know, isn't it sick? It's also made of a quick dry wicking material. There we go. Any hints if there will be any new merch at Offkai? No hints, but I can confirm there will be new merch at Offkai. No hints on what it is, but I can confirm there will be new merchandise at Offkai. But yeah, no. I do know a little bit about philosophy, not a lot. I might go back and maybe reread. There's a book actually that I always recommend to people because I feel like it really actually changed my brain chemistry. It's called How to Be Perfect. And it's a book by Michael Schur. And I truly think like it changed my brain chemistry. I think it's such a good read. There's so many like really good perspective shifts on this, in my opinion. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The second half of the book is a little bit convoluted, but the first half is very good. The first half is very, very good. But yeah, I love The Good Place. Big fan of it. But what if, and hear me out, you're already perfect just by being you? Not to be like an actually person, but I believe that humans will never reach perfection. Never. No one in this world is perfect. We will all, at some point or another, cause harm to another human being. It is inevitable. Which is why I believe that it is always good to look introspectively to see where you can improve as a person. Very sweet, though. Very sweet. I do appreciate it. You don't know, but welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I barely touched The Good Place out of context, but Is it that good? First few series looked like one of those okay. No, it's amazing. You have to watch it. Like, if there's one show I would recommend to someone that like I didn't know at all, that I think would like change the trajectory of how you view life, it is The Good Place. Like, it is such a unique type of humor, and it portrays life and human morality in such a way that is so compelling, but yet is so digestible that like I recommend it to every single person that I ever meet. It's genuinely one of my favorite shows. So if you get a chance, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. You are good as you are can easily fall into stagnation, but it's not good to follow others' expectations or judge yourself too hard. Yes, obviously, all things in balance, right? All things in balance. Do you believe that what makes a person perfect is that there's imperfection? I mean, I feel like that's kind of a catch-22, right? It depends on, like, what you define perfect as. I think imperfection, I think it's just more so that humans are natural, you know? And humans are naturally going to have imperfections. 2 typhoons are coming to Japan? Oh, I'm so sorry, Hironobu. Please stay safe! Please stock up on toilet paper and food. I was feeling thirsty for a good series, gonna give it a second chance. Thanks. Yes, you will enjoy it, I promise. It is great. Perfection is knowing when the balance is achieved. I just don't think perfection is possible. You know, like, at least in my definition, I don't think it's possible. I feel like as someone who, like, is incredibly introspective and will always kind of like look to see if I did anything wrong in a conflict before anything else. I feel like it's just more so about finding a balance between knowing when you're being too hard on yourself and knowing where there's like flaws that you can improve on. Since you like philosophy, to add up to what you said, there's a dragon in Skyrim that says, what is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? Ooh. So interesting. So interesting. It's funny. It's a funny little philosophical question, right? But in my opinion, I don't think you can really understand what being good is unless you've overcome an evil. Like, how would you ever know that, you know, doing something good is in essence a good thing if you haven't experienced or overcame the opposite of that thing that was bad, you know? Like, people aren't naturally good, methinks. Being good and goodness is a taught behavior. You're either perfect or you're not Cell. True. Yeah, I think about this a lot, right? Because I talked to a friend recently about the whole 2.5 thing that happened because I was crashing out a little bit, right? And she was like, why don't you just say fuck them? You know? Why don't you say fuck off? And I was like, but what if they didn't have bad intentions? You know, what if they were just frustrated and confused and they just didn't know how to express it and they didn't have bad intentions to begin with, you know? But it's like, this is the kind of person I am. I don't like thinking the worst of people. I just don't like it. Like, it makes me lose hope in the world if I think the worst of people, you know? But like I thought about this a lot when I was kind of just mulling it over, and I think I am that way because of the experiences I've had, you know? Like, I am that way because I've had a lot of traumatic experiences in life, and there's been a lot of people in my life who have extended a hand to me and helped me out, and a lot of misunderstandings that were cleared up just through conversation, you know? And I think because of that, like, I really hesitate to view people in like just a purely negative light, you know? Because it makes me sad to know that like people would have the capacity to be malicious like that. But again, that's just who I am, you know? That's who I am because of the way that I was raised and because of the way that I experienced life, and that's just what it is. What happened in 2.5 live stream? I got a lot of negative comments when I started getting really confused towards the end of the patch. TLDR, it really overwhelmed me, and mods were able to grab most of the comments and get them out of the way, at least in like the normal chat. But on my end, I see every single message, including the ones that get banned, removed, timed out, etc. So I saw all like the negative stuff, and it really overwhelmed me, and it made me really sad because I talked about this in the beginning of stream, but like I felt like I had disappointed like the people that were coming to my streams. And so I kind of shut down. But like I'm very much so someone who doesn't want to believe that people are inherently malicious, you know? So instead of I was very proud of the way I responded, actually. I was very proud of the way that I handled the situation. Because instead of responding with anger or aggression, I more so was just trying to be transparent of how it made me feel, you know? But that's just the kind of person I am. Like, I don't think it's productive to get mad at people, you know? Because I think oftentimes it's really just a big misunderstanding. And I think oftentimes also people just don't know how to handle their own emotions, and it ends up affecting other people in ways that they don't understand either. You're way too kind for this world. Nah, man. I've got my mean bone in me too. Don't worry. I have people in my life that I never want to speak to again, even if they came back into my life, because I just do not care for them. I do not want them in my life, you know? I have my mean bone in me as well. But I think it's just more so of like I try not to lead with that. If I've tried everything else and everything has been exhausted and it's still happening and the conflict is still arising, then that's when I'm like, okay, this is not something I can have in my life, you know? But I think like I try not to lead with anger. And I think a big part of that comes from my own family experiences, because my dad is someone who leads with anger. My dad has always been someone who has had very bad anger issues. Has gotten a lot better, by the way. He's actually a very chill person now. But he used to be a very angry person. And he would always lead with anger whenever he felt emotions that he didn't understand. And it caused a lot of conflict within my family and a lot of traumatic experiences with my parents. Does 2.5 refer to your VTuber model? No, it refers to a stream I did recently for Wuthering Waves 2.5 patch. Fans can be passionate. Yes, fans can be passionate. And that's why I think like oftentimes I try not to get upset by people like backseating me or like, you know, maybe like saying things in a bit more of a frustrated manner, because I think end of the day it stems from a root of passion that they really enjoy this thing and want to share this thing, you know? Obviously, it's still no excuse. End of the day, if you hurt someone, you hurt someone, right? But I try to be at least understanding when I lead with these sort of behaviors. Because I think it is sometimes that people just need to be told, hey, I understand you're passionate, but this is something that's kind of getting on my nerves and it's frustrating me a little bit. Can you please tone this down? And then if they continue being that way, then, you know, that's on them. Not gonna lie, I'm glad I saw the reaction from Nags from your content shortly after you debuted. You're truly an inspiring person. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Hey, man, I think it's important to be a good role model in this space. Too many bad actors and too many people influencing the younger generation in ways that I feel like are not productive. And on that note, I think this is a good place to end because I actually have a meeting in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go make some tea and get ready for my meeting. Maybe do a little bit more work before we get started. But I think this is a good place for us to call it. Thank you guys so much. I just saw someone send an Unkalert sticker. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? Unkalert, hello? It's so funny. Boardman, thank you so much for the 10 gifteds. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If you got a gifted sub from Boardman, please make sure to say thank you and enjoy your Twitch sub, enjoy your emotes, and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Really nice getting to know you, Yena. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in future streams as well. But yeah, I think we'll call it here for today. I think this is a good place for us to call it so that I can go make some tea right before my meeting. I decided to follow your Wuo journey because of your unique insight. Like you said, life shapes people differently, so each person's interpretations are interesting to see and hear. Even if I disagree, I respect. And that's all I need, right? And I think, like, again, I don't even mind talking about points of disagreement. In fact, I invite people to come talk to me about their perspectives of stuff, you know? Because I think it's more interesting to have a conversation that's two ways. But I think the teeter is that if it becomes disrespectful, then it becomes overwhelming, right? Wild time to get this, but just to say, boss, I appreciate how you are. Lord knows I'm not perfect, but I'm grown better being here than I would have. I'm glad. And that's all that we can really do, right? Thank you so much for the 17 months, Toph. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yes, I think we're gonna call it here for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed the Yap stream. I have a little karaoke relay not tomorrow, I lied. I have a little karaoke relay in 2 days from now. If you guys are ever interested in seeing me sing live, that's gonna be where you're gonna be able to first hear me sing live since I started playing Wuwa. So if you guys want to come enjoy some tunes, I'll be in a little karaoke relay on Saturday. So yeah, come vibe out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Maybe we'll do a fuck-ass stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll play more Peaks of Prestige over on Twitch as a fuck-ass stream. But as for now, we'll call it here. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you guys whenever I see ya. But as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. And I will catch you guys on the next adventure. Bye now! Bye, everyone!